Hi everyone, and welcome in if you are new here to my channel. Lovely to have you here. I'm super excited to be doing this today. I haven't been live for a long time, so I hope it's okay. I hope you can hear me over in YouTube land. Now today I wanted to do a little bit of a video on mental toughness and developing the right mindset to really take your goals to the next level, and what I see as some of the problems. For those who don't know me, I'm Lisa Tamati. I have a background as an ultra endurance athlete, did 25 years of sort of racing around the world, leading expeditions and doing really extreme sort of adventure racing with not a lot of talent. So learned a lot of things along the way. And now I do a lot of health optimization coaching and DNA and epigenetics testing and mindset coaching and so on. What I wanted to talk about today is this attitude that I see from a lot of the people that I'm working with, a lot of the athletes that I have, a lot of the people that I'm working with really serious health conditions, and that's that they want the magic pill. We're sort of conditioned to think that there's an easy solution, or if somebody else has succeeded at something, we look at that, we go, well, what was the magic pill? Where's the magic bullet? Oh, I want to have that and I want to take it and then I'm good to go. This doesn't work. And I've seen this. I want to tell you a couple of stories today that have really illustrated this to me in my life. I had a mum who had a massive aneurysm, and I've written a book called Relentless about this story. And the title sort of gives it away. Relentless was the name of the book for a reason. In her rehabilitation, I had to be absolutely relentless. At the beginning, she had massive brain damage, age 74. We were told there was no hope for her. There was no coming back from this. The quality of life would never be the same again. She had no control over her body, etc., etc. I had the background as an endurance athlete, and I've always been told that the stuff I'm doing is humanly impossible and you can't do it. So I sort of was always, yeah, well, we'll see if that's true, you know? And when you're motivated to do something, you have to overcome a lot of obstacles, and you have to have the mindset of going, I am going to get there or die trying. And depending on how big your why is and how big your goal is as to how much you're going to have to go through to get there. But I see in a lot of people this attitude of really wanting the quick answer. Tell me how to get through the stroke that, you know, one of my loved ones is dealing with. How do I deal with cancer? How do I do an ultra marathon? How do I run 100 miles? How do I get to Death Valley? How do I run through New Zealand? All these sorts of things with people that I'm working with. And a lot of them don't have this worker bee mindset that you have to grind it out day after day without seeing any results. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And what you have to understand is that when you go into something, you know, I'll give you an example from investing. Say you're investing in the stock market or crypto at the moment, which, you know, I'm heavily into this realm. It is tough times out there right now. And I see a lot of people diving out of the crypto space or out of the stock market because times are tough and they're not seeing the results that were promised to them a week ago from their favorite YouTuber. This is the problem with this mindset. Is you have to be in for the long haul. You have to know what you're getting into. You have to do your research and all of that sort of good stuff. But if you have the mindset of, I'm going to get rich quick, then you're going to fall on your ass pretty quickly. You have to know that things take time, and you have to be in it every day, grinding it out, working it out, trying to tweak and trying to develop things. I also sort of see this multifaceted approach to solving a problem. So if you've got a problem like I have with mum, or like with someone who's dealing with cancer, for example, you have at the center, if you picture a mind map, you have your cancer. This is the big problem. You have your head injury, you have your health issue, you have your big race goal that you're going for, your career goal, whatever the thing is that's in the middle of your world. And then you find 100 different things to attack this problem, if that makes sense. So you're multitasking it. So with my mum, this looked like I was doing hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which you see there in the background, by the way. A huge proponent of that. Actually, I've got coming up on my podcast, just as a little aside, Dr. Jason Sonner's coming on the show to talk about hyperbaric and the latest in research on that, but I digress. So hyperbaric was a key factor in her rehabilitation, but so was her diet, so were natural health supplements, so was functional neurology, so was genetics, so was exercise, so was the daily grind of reteaching her brain hundreds of thousands of hours to retrain her. There was no quick, easy fix. And unfortunately, when people see the results that I get when I'm working with my students or my clients or a loved one, and they see the end result and they go, I want that. And they come to me, what is your magic secret? There is no magic secret. There's how do we get around this problem? This problem is unique to you. We've got 100 obstacles that we need to overcome, and we need to stay the course. So many times I get clients who come and they're all enthusiastic and they're excited about this new program or the DNA testing or the epigenetics or the run program that you've developed for them and stuff. And they start off with a hiss and a roar. And then 2 weeks later, they're not seeing any results and they give up. And if you're not holding their hand through every day of the process, and as a coach, you can't do that. They have to be self-motivated to some degree or have some sort of a support network or the mindset themselves to take up the mantle of discipline and grinding it out. I know this isn't sexy. I know this isn't cool. I know this is stuff that's a little bit boring perhaps, but it is the truth. If you want to succeed against all odds, if you are facing a massive health issue, if you are investing, if you are doing a degree, starting a new career, whatever the case is, you're going to have 1,000 obstacles come your way and 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't and won't be successful. You have to have enough grit and determination to sort of really overcome all of those obstacles that come your way. So understanding at the base level of why the hell you're doing this and is what is required going to be important enough for you to actually sacrifice what it will take to get there, because every goal that you have also requires an amount of sacrifice on other parts of your life. If I'm training for an ultra marathon, I am going to be sacrificing time in my business, time for my family, time for my friends, and so on and so forth. So I have to understand, is that goal worth it for me? If it is, and it was in the past for me, isn't at the moment, isn't serving my purpose, time to move on. So you have to sort of assess, what is the goal that you have? How important is it to you? And what is the emotional drivers behind this? And especially with people that I'm dealing with life-threatening illnesses and life-threatening diagnoses, if we're going to come out the other side of this and still be on the winning side, then we have to go on with the attitude of being all in. Absolutely all in, especially when it comes to your health, because this is something that's going to take massive dedication on the daily, that you're putting in those hard yarns when nobody's looking, when nobody's patting you on the back, when you're seeing no results. Just talking about that hyperbaric thing over there, I've seen hundreds of people come through my clinic, do hyperbaric, and most of them only come for 1 or 2 or 3 sessions. We're not going to get anywhere in 1 or 2 or 3 sessions. You need dozens, if not hundreds of sessions to actually see the results. And that's why I'm keen on people, where possible, actually having their own hyperbaric chamber so that they can actually have this and seeing it as an investment for the long term. But the point I'm getting at here is, it's not you go to the gym one day, you come out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger the next day. It's years and years of dedicated training, day in, day out, in order to get to those levels. And it doesn't matter what your particular goal is either. If it's just maintaining your status quo, if it's maintaining your health, if it's having another 20 years of quality life on top of your expected lifespan, all of these things are achievable. We have the knowledge now, we have the things, but it all comes down to, are you willing to put the work in, ride through the lows, the depressions, the time when you feel like giving up, when the time when you're learning stuff and it's not making sense to you? Have you got the gut? Have you got the grit? Have you got the determination to just keep going in those times? Because those are the people that will succeed in the end. It's having that resilience. It's having that ability to take the knocks, stand back up, look at the situation. Okay, I've got another problem. I've got another obstacle. How do I find a way around it? And I like to look at problems when I get a massive health problem or whatever. and I see this problem, and I want to develop a team around this problem. So if I'm working on someone with cancer, I want them to build a team of people around them. These might be physios, nutritionists, oncologists, hyperbaric, you name it. There's various aspects of this journey that you need to be educating yourself in: books, studies, learning to do clinical research or understanding clinical research. All of these are aspects to you finding the answers for your particular problem. And it's all out there in the world, but you have to have a team approach to this and onboard people to help you. And that's all, of course, limited to finances and what you can throw at it. And some people have more to throw at it than other people, but there is free stuff out there, and there is things that you can do. And you have to have that attitude as, I'm going to take the stuff I can do and I'm going to run with it. And I'm going to educate myself. Do not be the lazy person. Do not be the one that goes, here, doctor, here's my problem, you fix it. Never going to work in 100 years, because the doctor's got a million other patients. The system is limited to what the standard of care is and not going to look outside the box. They are not going to be up on the latest research and stuff. You're going to have to do that, just in the case of the health system and the health situation. But it's the same mindset, whether it's in the sporting, career, health, sporting goals, whatever, business goals, investing goals. Day in, day out. There's a term in investing called dollar cost averaging, just putting in a little bit regularly. And it's that no matter what the price, no matter what the market's doing, just putting in a little bit at a time, always in that regular, constant way, you're probably going to come out winning at the end of the day. You'll buy some at the top, you'll buy some at the bottom, you'll buy some at the middle of the prices. At the end of the day, you're going to have a nest egg. And when the person next to you who put nothing aside, you're going to be definitely winning in 10 years time or in 5 years time or whatever the case is. So I hope that's been of help to you today. I hope that I'd love you to comment below if you enjoy this sort of content, because I'm thinking about doing it more. I'd love to get a bit more professional, but I'm not exactly the best technical person, but I'll do my best. So I hope you enjoyed that today, and I really appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you like this sort of stuff, please do come over and subscribe to my podcast. I have a free podcast called Pushing the Limits. It's a globally top 200 ranked show in health, fitness, and medicine. I get to interview some of the world's leading people at cutting edge science. So I promise you a good education over there and a lot of entertainment as well. Thanks for joining me on New Zealand Sunday afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And